This thing working? All right, good morning, boys and girls, and welcome, guest teacher. Welcome, children. I'm doing this video, and I'm going to do a whole bunch of videos today to walk you guys through how you're going to act and what you're going to do when a guest teacher is here and I'm not in the room. So, I want to go over a few things so everybody is crystal clear before we start. First off, these are the computers. No one's supposed to ask to use them unless the teacher tells them to use them. And when they are supposed to use them, there are only a few students that are allowed to hand them out and put them up. During math, those people are Max and Sadie. And for the rest of the day, the two people are Christina and Ellie. So those are the only people that are allowed to mess with the computers. Okay? And they're there to help them and make sure that they get everything in there right. These are the desks. We were allowed to sit everywhere, including on the carpet and over here, but we kind of messed that up. So, now we're at desks, learning how to be responsible and respectful. If anybody needs anything, pencils are over here, markers are over here, dry erase markers are here, scissors, and so on. All the supplies down here. Books are over here on the bookshelf near the window, as well as underneath the drum over there. That's pretty much a tour of the whole room. Let's see, what else? Oh, in the morning we start out with Community Circle, and today I'm going to ask for the guest teacher to start out, rather than having a discussion like we normally do, reading this excellent book by Charlie and Lola, I Will Never Not Eat a Tomato, Not Ever Eat a Tomato. This is going to be to tell you and try and teach you extraordinary things, like being awesome when a guest teacher is here. And speaking of Community Circle, I told Sadie that I was going to have her share something in the morning, and I know she's ready to share it, but I want her to wait till Friday, one more day, because I forgot that we had a guest teacher today. So, that's it. Today, I want you to do a few things for me. First one is try your best. Easy. Then I want you to listen to your teacher and do what they say. Don't just listen and then do whatever you want to do. Okay? Remember this, your behavior represents our classroom, so make sure you're being safe, respectful, and responsible. If you can't tell me you did those things, we might have a problem. Remember, I'm going to be looking to see both good names and bad names from the teacher. Hopefully I don't have anybody not acting their absolute best when I see them later today, because I'm expecting the guest teacher to make sure to communicate to me who deserves some praise and who deserves some punishment. So, why don't you guys go ahead and head on over to the carpet. The guest teacher will be waiting with Charlie and Lola. Make sure you're sitting next to somebody that you can be seated next to without getting in trouble. See you guys later. Hey math kids, I would like the guest teacher to play this video twice because we have two different classes coming in. First one comes in at 8:50 and they go till 9:30. They need to start getting ready about 9:27. So they should be logging out, putting up their notebooks, and putting up their pencils. Computers can stay on the desk because the next group's going to come in and use them. The next group comes in at 9:30, and the other group should go out, line up in the hallway, and wait to go into Ms. Sherum's class. The kids from Ms. Sherum's class can come straight into our class. When they get in, they're going to start doing their exit ticket. Once they're done with the exit ticket, they're going to take it and drop it into the exit ticket bin. When you're done with the exit tickets, then they can go get logged onto the computer. Everybody needs to make sure they remember their headphones. In the first group, everybody should be able to log on by themselves with no help. In the second group, there are 4 or 5 or 6 kids who still don't have a computer login, so guest teacher, you'll have to log in with my information onto those laptops, just so you know. And I'll give you that information separately. Everything else is normal. We're doing Zern first, until you finish the Tower of Power, and then you go to Prodigy. And if the guest teacher feels like you guys are doing pretty good, I would be cool with you guys going on Prodigy instead after the first 20 minutes. But keep in mind, if you do go on Prodigy, we're working for those donuts on Friday. I want to make sure we have 4 lessons done in each class by Friday. That's tomorrow. So, try your best. But if at, what time did I say, 9:10, you can't go on Prodigy, I'll let the guest teacher can let you do that. And if you're in the second group, you can go in at 9:50. But again, if you don't have those lessons done, no donuts on Friday. So, your choice. Make sure you're in your best behavior. Oh, computers should not be picked up and moved around. Once they're at a desk, they stay at a desk until they're ready to go up. So don't walk around with them. Make sure you guys are holding them safely. I do not want to see damaged property while I'm not here. That messes everything up for everybody. Cool. See you guys. Alright guys, this is ELD. We're going to take a break from our online scavenger hunt today, and instead we're going to talk about adjectives. We've been talking about nouns, we've talked about verbs, and we know that a noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. We know a verb is something someone does, but how can you describe nouns and verbs? That's what we're going to talk about today. So, I have a fun project for you guys to do. It has a little bit of writing, but a lot of coloring and a lot of fun. First, let me tell you what an adjective is, and your guest teacher can also come up with some examples if they see fit. First off, an adjective, like I said, is something that describes something. So, let's take a circle. Okay? All right. A circle can be large, or it can be small. Large and small are both adjectives. A circle could be red, it could be blue, it could be red with spots on it, it could be blue with spots on it, and blue and red are both adjectives. And again, large and small, so we have things that describe color, things that describe size. There's all sorts of other ways to do it. This is the only thing I can think of at the moment, because it's the end of the day and it's hard. I got a blue or red circle. I'm very uncreative right now. But again, your guest teacher can help you out. So we're going to be talking about adjectives. And then what you're going to do, after you understand what an adjective is, guess what? I have cool coloring projects for you guys. So this is a coyote. The other option you have is a squirrel. The squirrel's actually a little bit harder. What I want you to do is color it, and you're not going to be able to color it probably completely. You probably have to have a little bit of it uncolored, but you can take it home as homework. And then in the last maybe 5 minutes, I want you to flip it over, and I want you to write 3 sentences that describe it. So you might say something like, my squirrel is orange and has a very fluffy tail. If you make it orange and you make it have little fluffy hairs. Or you could say, my coyote is large and has very pointy feet. That would be true. Pointy would be an adjective. Large would be an adjective. I want to see if you can list a few adjectives and have a complete sentence with a capital letter and proper punctuation. That's your challenge. Should be pretty easy. I mean, how often do you get to color in class? So do it right, guys. I'm on this side of the screen this time. Whoa! Crazy. Anyway, so today during social studies and science, we've been talking about communities and citizenship, right? So, we're all citizens, we're all members of the United States of America, and we're also part of different communities. For example, our school community is one of them. The community of people that go to the grocery store, that's another one. Community of your neighborhood, that's another one. And just the general community of people on Earth, right? So, one of the things we've talked about, and a few people have done a really good job with this, is taking care of our environment. Throwing away trash in the right places, whether it's in recycling bins or in general trash, not wasting food. These are all things we've talked about. But today, make it easy for you guys so we didn't have to do a whole lot of heavy work. I found a video for you guys to watch, and it's on Netflix, which is kind of cool. So, I don't know if you've ever watched Bill Nye the Science Guy. He's an awesome dude I used to watch all the time when I was younger. He does all sorts of cool stuff. His shows are kind of crazy, and you also learn a lot. So we're going to watch the one on pollution today. And going along with it, this is kind of a fun thing to do if you want a challenge. You can just sit there and watch it if you want, so long as you're not being distracted. But I want everybody to have this in front of you at least and see if you can find some of these words. So, again, it's going to be Bill Nye the Science Guy talking about pollution. So, this is what the page you're going to have looks like. It looks scary, right? But it's really not that bad. You're just filling out like one word. See all the blanks on it? You're looking for one word that he says to fill in the blanks. So, for example, it says... Number 2 says, most of the world's pollution comes from non-point source pollution caused by something. But what you would do is you'd listen for Bill Nye to say, hey, most of the world's pollution comes from non-point solution caused by, and then you just put whatever he says after that. If you have any questions about what he says, ask the guest teacher. You can pause. Remember, we're not going to be shouting out. We're not going to be doing reactions in the middle of the video like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. This isn't a movie theater, right? And hopefully you guys don't act like that in movie theaters, because that's really distracting. You know what that. People get annoyed by that sort of stuff. I know I get annoyed by that sort of stuff. So, I want you to listen up. I want you to watch the video closely, and then I'll tell you what you're going to do later for writing, because it's going to have a little bit to do with this since you guys are done with your picture books. Yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. I have a short video for you guys. Here's the deal. We're going to do independent reading, quiet, on your own, sitting at desks for the first half hour. Second half hour, partner reading. Pick a book, read with your partner. Make sure you're actually reading. No whining about not being able to find books. Got it? Cool. You guys do that well. Teacher says you guys did well. Friday, I'll bring out the computers and we'll do something on the computers involving reading. Sound good? Good. Do good. Alright guys, almost at the end of the day, and for this video, I'm going to tell you what to do, and I want you to pause it each time I tell you to pause it. So first off, go get your writer's notebook and 2 pencils. Pause this. Okay, cool. You're back at your desk, you got your writer's notebook open. Open to a blank page towards the front of it, past your picture book story, okay? I want you to write a big circle on it, okay? In that circle, we're going to write places for posters. It's going to look just like this when you get done with it. Places for posters. Okay? Do you know what we're going to do? Anybody? Anybody? Put your hands down. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We've been talking a lot about environment. You watched the Bill Nye episode on environment and pollution. Here's what we're going to do. Citizens don't just sit by and wait for something to get better. They do something to make it better. That's how you make your community a better place. So, I noticed Reese yesterday picking up a ton of trash, and I thought, man, if everybody could do that, the world would be a better place, wouldn't it? But how many people just don't know? Now, Reese is a good person, but he wasn't picking up trash a few days ago. He learned something, he thought he could do something about it, and then he went out and made the world a better place. And don't you want to do that too? So, what we're going to do is brainstorm some places we can put posters to help people learn how to recycle and how their trash affects the world. Okay? So, what I want you to do is start that circle map and start listing some places. Okay? Pause the video. Okay, we're done with that. We've listed a few places. You should have something like this. So these are the 2 that I came up with. I said outside bathrooms, and I said by trash cans, and that could be any trash cans. Curious to see what you guys come up with. So what I want you to do now is share out a few of those places, and let's make a big class circle map on the whiteboard over there about places we could put posters. Pause the video. Okay, we're back. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to start coming up with slogans. Now, slogans are really cool. Slogans are things that get people excited. They're things that people say, and they're things that sell things, right? Picking up trash is not a super exciting thing, so we got to sell it, right? Making sure you pick out the right amount of food to eat is not a really exciting thing, so we have to sell it. Now, here's some slogans. Here's some things that companies use. You ever been to McDonald's? They have a slogan. It's called I'm loving it. 3 words. People love it, though. What about Nike? Do you know Nike's slogan? Just do it. 3 words. You ever heard of President Obama? When he ran for president, he had a slogan. You know what it was? Yes, we can. What I'm looking for are 2, 3, or 4-word slogans, maybe 5 maximum, that we can put on these posters that can get people to pick up trash or think about recycling. So you guys can all sit down, come up with some slogans, and share them out. All right, that's your assignment. I want 3 or 4 slogans written down in your notebook. It can be kind of the side of your circle map, probably on a new page. Do something like this. Slogans. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just some ideas. No bad ideas in brainstorming. Even if you only get 1, that's still something, right? Good luck, guys.